should I choose?
Hello everybody, it's your boy NoukonNeko, your perfect virtual feline friend, a purveyor of good vibes. So today we are here to play some more Genshin Impact and just do some exploration and side questing. It's yeah, we got lots of stuff in Fontaine done, right? Like lots of character stories, Archon stories, all those main stuff. But the one thing I noticed that hasn't been done that much is just being able to swim around Fontaine, right? So I'm thinking some of these side quests probably will focus on that a bit more. And you know, especially these ones with giant blue exclamation marks. So that's kind of gonna be what our focus is for today. Yeah, I kind of meant to do this like a couple days ago, like on Thursday, but I wasn't feeling well. Technically, I wasn't feeling well mid-week of last week, but it kind of got worse a little bit, just a little bit. It just got really a bit tiring. Eventually, my time hit at nighttime, and I was like, it's probably better for me just to get some rest at that point. So I kind of decided to, like, you know, take a break a couple of days, but I am feeling a bit more normal now. So hopefully it stays that way a little longer, because like I feel like I was just sick. I was like feeling ill like a good mid-September, right? Then I started streaming again. Then I got sick again, but I'm thinking it's just fall season. There's a lot of people going back to school. A lot of germs passing around. Somehow it's getting passed off to me, and yeah, it just hasn't been. It's been a very bumpy month for me, but yeah, I'm gonna cross my finger and hope that that's the last of it for a while. Okay, let's go ahead and head over. Wait, I should probably reset my expeditions.
Add Astra.
Having background, a lot of stuff, no problem. Yeah, it's good to kind of focus on work if you can. And nothing big story thing wise is gonna happen anyway, so it shouldn't be too distracting, I hope. Wait, that was probably not the best characters. Probably better put Yolanda there. Oops. I think Fisher was fine, but it's okay. She can reset. Horizon. Well, there you go. Everything all good right there. Trying to catch up with chat right quick. Kind of got water source wrong. Yeah, I was just like, so I was first saw, I guess the sore throat was like the first symptom I had, right? But then other things that started happening was it just started feeling like I was like low in energy. I felt like drained. I wasn't feeling like well rested, and then I also was getting some headaches too. So it was really hard for me to concentrate last week. You think you should go to college? Well, how do you feel about college? Is it something you want to do? It's kind of hard. I remember at my age, going to college it didn't feel like something I felt like I needed. But when I decided to give it a try, and after I went to college, there are things that I was learning that felt like it was very useful to what I want to do in the future, right? But there were also things I was learning that I didn't feel like was useful at all. So it depends. Are you getting what you really want to learn from there? And can you really apply it to your life? Because that's going to be hard for people who's going there learning things and not really be able to apply it to what they want to do. They're going to feel like it's going to be kind of useless, right? But for people who has all the things they want to learn, it's going to be pretty important. Huh? Sub detection unit. That's the first time I collected one of those. Kind of hard that it's scary. Yeah, I think it's a bit scary at first, right? To kind of do something that big and brand new. It's almost like going to a new school, right? But bigger, and it's going to be a lot more competitive. But I mean, I think this is one of the things where you just gotta learn and to kind of make a jump and just give it a try. And it's gonna feel a bit more, yeah, it's gonna feel a bit like it's gonna be a bit hard, like you said, right? But once you get through it, it's gonna be more comfortable as you get used to it. So if it's more of something you want to do, but you're kind of scared of it, I understand, but I think you can overcome it. Just give it a try. It's almost like, you know, I went to Japan this year with a couple of friends, right? And for them, Japan was something they wanted to go to, but it was also scary for them because they have never been to a new country like that before, especially when they don't really speak English too well. So they weren't sure whether they're able to navigate too well. So they kind of want someone to be like a guide. And since I have some experience being in Japan, I was kind of like, sure, I'll help you guys out. Though I was like, since you guys wanted to go, you guys should probably have just go together and figure things out yourself. But no, they kind of want someone a little bit more experienced. So yeah, I decided to kind of go over there and hand help them a little bit. But hopefully now that they've been to Japan themselves, that they're able to kind of plan and figure things out on their own at this point. Yeah, I think that would be nice, right? If you went to college with people you know, then that might help too. I said go to Japan or go to college with your friends, then maybe it'll help. Yeah, it's... What is this? I'm taking a picture?
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Cipher letter. Life is like a dark comedy, and the wise always take orders from the fools. I am but an amateur actor who is no longer able to play a part on the stage anymore. Cipher letters are a useless invention, just like the initial skill sample number 2.
I'm learning more about you all the time.
Eh? Like, not sure what this is all about. Cipher letters. It's part of some kind of puzzle, but I don't think I'm here for that reason. Yeah, looks like that person's in trouble. Let's yeah, let's go help him out really quick. Or I could just stay here and just stare at him, but nope. I think nothing will really happen until I do something to help him out anyways. There's no need to these stupid mechs. Oh, my stupid muscular legs are now full of these horrid welts and bruises. Oh, is it muscular? Or is it mecha? Anyway, muscular legs. Sure, that's a kind of weird way to describe your legs, but okay. Thank you, friend. If it weren't for you, I'd still be taking a beating from those mecha. Oh, sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Desnos, a member of the Fontaine Research Institute, an assistant researcher, or so I used to be. Now I am responsible for receiving the adventurers who come here for recruitment and conducting preliminary qualification reviews. They call preliminary qualification reviews, but it's more like me just checking if they are carrying all the paper documents with them. After all, some adventurers can't even get their documents right. Adventurers who come here for recruitment? Yes, as you said, we've been asking for the Adventurers Guild to recruit adventurers who can investigate and search for the ruins of the Fontaine Research Institute. After all, nearly the entire institute was destroyed in an explosion and we don't have a lot of manpower. This violates the institute's non-disclosure agreements and some other work regulations, of course, but technically are only on paper. I think I've heard of this incident before. Papa remembers. Someone named Edwin made a mistake. There was an explosion in the institute, right? Oh, so everyone knows, do they? Must have been some journalists from the Steam Bird with nothing better to do. Anyway, that's what happened, and that's where we're at now. In other words, you're looking for people who are good at searching for things in the room? We're good at that. I can see you're more confident than ordinary people, and I believe you got good reason for that kind of confidence. I'm glad you're interested in this commission. Is this commission? But if you really are planning to take it up, I'll have to ask you to fill up some simple forms. Like the other adventurers? Is this the qualification review? Yes, your comprehension and attention are excellent. Better than the ones who came before you, anyway. Sounds like a lot of work. We don't usually have to jump through all these hoops when we take a commission. Yeah, we're like, oh yeah, we'll do that, and we're good to go usually. What's with all the paperwork all of a sudden? Well, the commission concerns confidential items within the Fontaine Research Institute. The ruins contain some scholarly papers and research results that must be retrieved. These are the assets of the Fontaine Research Institute, and they are the foundation for rebuilding the institute. Indeed, the hope of the entire court of Fontaine. Only trustworthy, upright, elite adventurers may enter the ruins, and that's why we have to run a qualification review. It's also why I'm here to do the preliminary part of it. Oh, and how many elite adventurers have you recruited so far? Well, it's complicated. The ones I had high hopes for declined because they were in a bad shape at the time. Anyway, at this point, well, alright, we have none. Yeah, I should have known. Are your standards too high? How else would you end up not finding a single adventurer? These are the rules by Mr. Choiseul, and I can't do anything about it. In fact, I have even helped many adventurers to polish up their documents. But even so, no adventurers have passed the review set by Ms. Choiseul and Ms. Raimondo. But don't worry, you already much better than the previous ones, so your chances of passing are certainly higher. Please sit here while I get a few bottles of ink. We'll be filling out some forms. How many forms are we filling that we need bottles of ink? A few bottles? Is one not enough? Based on my experience, if you didn't bring any documents, one bottle is definitely not enough. First, one proof of an adventurer's qualification is 130-day record of travel history. A 30-day record of where I have been for the past month? Like, how detailed does this have to be? Actually, I'm sure the Adventurers Guild has these records. Don't worry, I'll write you an official letter to explain the situation, and we'll request some documents from the guild. But for the resume, you have to fill your habitable residence, your contact address, contact information, your current names you used in the past, your pseudonyms, and alias you use when you want to conceal your identity. That's a lot of information. It even feels a little bit personal, but it's more problematic that I don't think I have, at least my character, I don't think he has a place where he normally stays. I'm always like on the move, right? Then you have to sign a good faith commitment, a notice of liability, a notice of obligation, and with Desmond's help, you start filling out the forms. alternating between their hesitance and doubt. You use up bottle after bottle of ink, but the stack of forms gradually shrink. As you finish the last form, Desno smiles and you breathe a sigh of relief. That's all the documents. Now, you just need to go to the institute itself for the final review. I was meant to be the one to take you there, but those stupid mecha injured my legs. It's okay. Just tell us where it is and we'll head over there ourselves. Sounds good. I'll mark the location down the map. Oh, by the way, I suggest you head straight to the roof and talk to Mr. Knacker. The institute sent him to work in the area. You can go talk with him. There's a lot of clockwork mecha in the nearby wall, so he definitely needs to get a familiar guard. Wait, we haven't passed our final review yet. Why are you sending us work already? And there's no compensation either. Well now, just hear me out. Mr. Knacker is a senior researcher at the Fontaine Research Institute who once even did research under Edwin, so he's got some sway in the institute. If you were to get along with him well and incidentally demonstrate your capabilities to him to prove your worth, then you're gonna have a much better chance of passing the review. So this is almost like an internship, an unpaid internship for somebody who has saved several regions in Tavat already. So what you're saying is that we should help Mr. Knacker and thank him for the privilege while we're at it? Precisely. You can tell him before arriving at the Fontaine Research Institute for the final review, Mr. Desnos has first tasked me with being your guard and ensuring your safety. Anyway, I won't hold you up any longer. You should be on the roof. I've still got to... Ouch, my leg. Those stupid mecha. Hey, we started some kind of weird internship at an institute. But how bad can it be? Okay, this is where we were when we saw that little clue thing. Is that him? Agreed many times, Miss Crony. Rebuilding the Fontaine Research Institute is our only goal right now. You said that same thing 3 times now. I know all too well that when you guys start repeating things like robots, there's definitely something that you're trying to hide. Think what you like. As for the numerous issues you mentioned earlier, I suggest you go talk to Mr. Raimundo. What? Is he going to tell me all the things in the Fontaine Research Institute is hiding? No, but his way of beating around the bush might be more sincere. You... Anyway, Miss Crony, I have my own business to attend to. The one next in line has been waiting for quite a while now. Hello, how can I help you? Are you Mr. Knacker? Yes, I am. You introduce yourself to Knacker and describe the final review situation. Upon mentioning Desnos, you remember that he last told you. Before formally arriving at Fontaine Research Institute for the final review, Mr. Desnos has first tasked me with being your guard and assuring your safety. I see. Thanks you for applying, Mr. NoukonNeko, and I suppose I must also thank Mr. Desnos' injured leg. The wild around here do pose many dangers, but having a venture capable of passing the preliminary qualification review by my side would be a lot safer. I can't act like I didn't hear that. What dangers are there exactly, if I may ask? According to the investigation, lots of Arkham flew out of the Institute when it exploded. There was like an explosion? Well, the uncontrolled Arkham radiant energy would contaminate the surrounding environment? Was it radiation, like a nuclear explosion or something? Whoa! Wouldn't this entire area be contaminated then? I suddenly feel somewhat short of breath. That's just your imagination at work. Sorry, after leaving its catalytic environment, Arcanum immediately returns to its inert state. It won't radiate or contaminate anything. It is apparent that Miss Crony's way of phrasing her concerns brought you unnecessary misunderstandings. Her name reminds me of some other VTuber, kind of. Hopefully I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Mr. NoukonNeko, may I ask you to take a look at your documents? If you really wish to escort me, then we'll have to take something of a detour. I'm going to a few nearby places to review the technological assets of the Institute and nab some documents along the way. Who's the lady next to you? Some reporter, that's all. Indeed, that is what I am. It's a great honor to meet you. Am I speaking in Paimon voice? Let me think. I'm trying to think of some other like go with a female voice. I kind of wish I had like a voice changer or something, but just trying to, I don't know, massage my voice a little bit. Actually, let me get a drink. Give me a second. Indeed. That's what I am. That's what I am. It's a great honor to meet you, Mr. NoukonNeko. I've heard your name from my colleague many times before. I'm Crony, a journalist at the political affairs section of the Steamboard. I feel like it shouldn't be that high. But like I'm having trouble like trying to imagining like what it should sound like and figuring out how to mold my voice into that. You know what? I'm just gonna speak normally. Yeah, I'm just gonna speak normally. I think the Paimon voice is fine, but like for Paimon, but for everybody else, like better for me kind of talk normally. If you have time, could we arrange a time to have a chat? But at the same time, I feel like I'm tempted to try to speak a little differently for her. Of course, Miss Paimon is also welcome to join. I'm very interested in your adventures. Let me see. I feel like I'm like making her sound a little bit too old now. How? I guess my voice isn't like completely back from the sore throat yet, so it's kind of hard to fully have control right now. Okay, but I'll try something. How does next Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday sound to you guys? Even though this Saturday could work, we could go for a cup of tea or cup of coffee. Or about right now, you guys stay here and chat and I'll go about my work duties. That won't do. I've already reserved today's entire interview schedule for you. Sorry, Mr. NoukonNeko, Paimon. We'll have a chat another time. It's okay. We got work to do today anyway. We need to escort Mr. Knacker first. Sigh. I must stress again that I'm just an ordinary researcher right now, and I have no further information to give you. Plus, we've also got tedious and meaningless work ahead of us. If you go out ahead and interview me, you won't get any useful information from it. That won't be a problem, Mr. Knacker. All the work has some unique value and it's our job to uncover it. Don't worry about me. Suit yourself then. Let's get going, NoukonNeko. According to the schedule, there's a document we need to get at the Institute Executive Office. Hopefully, Conjet wasn't called up for some other work. A lot of back and forth that needs to be done, apparently. Is it all the way... Oh, okay, over here. I think it's actually closer for me to teleport over here. And roll over. And say hi to some people. Not enough energy. Okay.
As one with wind and
Why do I have not enough burst energy for some of these characters? I wonder.
Take flight!
You know, even though these guys are kind of easy for me, they do hit hard sometimes when I least expect it. It kind of makes me wonder, like, for a new player who started the game just like a month ago and they're like making their way over here to Fontaine, how hard these ads are for them. Viewpoint. Yeah, it's it's not every day you see cubes of water in the sky just floating there. I'm assuming those are water because, I mean, it looks like ice cubes, but it's not frozen from what I can tell because waters are kind of flowing from it down like waterfall. There it is. This is it here. Hang on a second while I go find Miss Conjet. Whoa! What's that place? A building floating in the air? Paimon gets it. This must be one of those magical, I only want the second floor. Just cut the first floor out building you hear about in stories. What? I never heard of stories like this. The Fontaine Research Institute's science is the finest in the world. Was this caused by the accident? Indeed it was. Sorry. What you're seeing now is the central laboratory of the Fontaine Research Institute. Or should I say, what was once the central laboratory. It used to be a lab. Now they're floating cubes of water. Mr. Edwin's Eastinghouse was once within, trying to develop a fuel generator using Archeum. Initial estimates indicates that the device could lift an entire block of buildings. My guess is the experiment didn't turn out so well. Of course, had Mr. Edwards not left 2/3 of the Fontaine's Research Institute in ashes, he would have been a shoo-in for the post of the next director. And today, the heavy responsibilities that belong to the post director, including the lifelong stripped end and private dwelling, must be borne by the likes of Choso and Raimundo. Hey Charles, welcome to my stream. You've been here before, right? Paimon just wonder what kind of people Raimundo and Choso are. That's what I'm wondering too. According to the evaluation of my peers, they are the type who can speak for you to you for an entire day without saying anything. Without saying anything? They can speak to you the entire day without saying anything? So they could talk to you all the time, but you would not comprehend what they're saying, is what she's trying to say? I want to put that to a test. Oh, so she does want to go through all that. So it's exceedingly accurate to say that Mr. Choso's talents are irreplaceable. How am I doing? I'm doing better than I was for the past few days. I was kind of out ill for a bit, but I'm feeling a bit more normal now, so that's why I'm kind of back to streaming. Though normally I kind of take a little break during like Fridays and Saturdays anyways. Oh, I guess I normally would have like a Baldur's Gate collab stream, but because of schedule issues, that's been postponed for not even the next weekend, upcoming weekend. It's the weekend after, maybe. So it's to be announced. Yeah, to be announced. I was like TBA, but I was like, what does A mean? Look, NoukonNeko, the location of your final review is the former location of Elaine Guillotine Research Institute, and now the current residence of the institute. You know, I was expecting more like fancy buildings when I were talking about these institutes, but I guess they're smaller than they look. Before the incident, weekly lectures were once held here regarding of critical projects. Of course, the old administrative functions are still in effect and can handle the final review. What's that plaza for? There are even seats around it. Is it a amphitheater of some kind? I have heard colleagues stationed in the institute speak of this place. This is the sacred ground of Fontainians, the place where Fanta was born. Like the soft drink Fanta? Like Fanta, but Fanta? Refreshing Fanta, a font of refreshment. That is the Fontaine Research Institute Academic Assembly Hall, and dedicated to the purpose of displaying the fruits of our research, such as the combat-capable artifice dancers, the gramophone, and the turbine-powered glider, among others. Wait, I can add a jet to my glider? Previous analysis of the Institute assets shows that some of the items I mentioned previously, Fanta may be the only scientific achievement that remains legally profitable. Out of everything that came out, Fanta was what did well. I can't help but notice your wording contained a few baseless accusations. I'm glad you noticed. In that case, would you mind giving me some of your opinions of the ongoing criminal activities of selling off research materials from within the institute? It is absolutely vile, and those involved in the matter ought to be arrested in accordance with the law. Huh? Well then, all those with access to Institute technical assets, the capacity to commit such a crime, who do you believe is it exactly? Could it be possible that it was a criminal? NoukonNeko, let's get moving. I need to get to a file storage room first and retrieve a survey anchor, which we can use to monitor the strength of the energy flows. It's not far. Let's go. Wait, did I skip something? Sounds like it's midway. To To thoroughly investigate the Institute's loss of assets, effective today, funding approval for the auxiliary robot arm, hollow propulsion wind glider, and autonomous circlet Arquebus project is suspended, pending further reviews of finances and assets. Oh, they're running out of money. Yeah, researchers always run into like money issues, aren't they? Guess they had to pour money to make equipment to make those things, and also pay the researchers too, right? But that's just my guess. It's not like I know much about research and developing technology in the first place. Okay, what do I need this for? Probably want to handle these guys out first, though. I collect that too. Ouch.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night's wind strike.
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey. My apologies.
I'm like thinking of these materials are needed for Farina, but I don't even think I need these particular materials. Okay. Oh yeah, it's this again. I've seen this before, right? All that once stood fast was once destroyed. The stone walls are as weak as flesh and blood. The time has come for me to leave, and I shall not return. But I won't give up. I see the path leading towards my future. I will endeavor towards it, even if it's a path of solitude. Sounds like a lonely road. Who is talking, I wonder?
I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often.
Oh, interesting. I just realized what's going on. These are cameras, like security cameras. I'm able to scan things, and then when I look at another camera, I kind of transfer to it. So this is the same thing I was just looking at earlier. Yeah. But what's the purpose of doing all of this? Is it to spy on people? Yeah, still haven't fully figured out all the puzzles here in Fontaine quite a bit. So much I am kind of lacking in that kind of regard. But this is not even where I need to be. I need to go all the way over there, and it's probably better for me to teleport over here. Imagine, are those like, you know how we have those Arquebus lines down there? What are these? Used to be Arquebus lines too that went to the Institute, but everything floated up and kind of broke. So if that's how that is, then how do people normally get up there then? Or is there even people up there? One dog.
Busted. Here.
Sure, I'll do it.
Whirling snow.
Or maybe not. It's probably overkill. It's probably not needed. Sometimes I feel like I am a bit strong. Other times I'm feeling like things are hitting harder than they should. But I guess my characters aren't like really tanks, right? So they still get hurt quite a bit. It's just that they're really strong themselves and can take things out quicker than a lot of new player characters. Interesting ways of getting in and out of the Institute. And it's weird because it feels like the Institute places are almost like ruins than they are like actual proper buildings compared to like the city stuff, the city buildings. Mr. Necker, you finally came. Chalmet? We came across a little hiccup on the way. Never mind that. Have you retrieved the survey anchor yet? I was just about to bring that up with you. I don't know if it was due to the explosion, but supporting tools that were kept here are all damaged. You should know, if you don't use the proper tools to retrieve the anchors, you will be subjected to being struck by high-intensity Arkham energy flows. Oh, intense energy flows from the Arkham. Got it. Huh? What I just said was just... I didn't... Relax, sweetie. You're merely speaking the truth. It's not like you offended anyone. What Miss Chalmet said was indeed the truth. I hope I can say the same for what you shall write. Whenever the truth is placed right before me, I never pretend that it's not there. That would be a mistake. Is that so? Well, it takes only the slightest bit of effort to fixate on something, but it always takes more brain power to avert your gaze from it. It's clear that they're having an argument with each other, but why does Paimon still feel like the vibe is still even scarier than they were? Hurry on, think of something, almighty Paimon. Let's deal with the survey anchor first, shall we? You're right. Miss Chalmet, let's go examine the anchor. Okay. Well, that said, that area... Oh my god. There's just too many voices to kind of memorize how they sound. They're just going to all sound very different every time I try to voice them. That said, oh my god, I'm not getting the voice I want to hear. That said, the area where it's located is still blocked. I'll go ahead and open those ports and unlock it. Just need some water. So it's kind of why I really like the main quest storylines and like some events, because they actually voice all the own characters. They only have to worry about one character, but okay. This can be fun sometimes. Just, it's a lot. It's a lot for me to kind of handle sometimes. NoukonNeko, as I recall, you were an adventurer who came for the recruitment, yes? Well, when assisting our institute in its work, you'll sometimes be required to carry out certain precise operations. I'd like to see your practical capabilities first. Could you please go and help Ms. Chalmet operate the energy transfer terminal to clear the area where the survey anchor is of obstruction? I guess I could. So the review has already begun? You can say that. If you pass the final review, then we'll do a detailed competency assessment for you. After all, everyone excels at different things, and the work they can take on is also differs. And so their compensations will differ as well. How very blunt of you, but you're not wrong. Oh, then we got to show them our worth, NoukonNeko. Just treat it as an early assessment. Miss Chalmet over there, she'll explain to you how to operate the terminal. Please follow her instructions and unblock the area as soon as you can. I'll be watching you from the side. Okay, I'll just... Wait, do I need to worry about reading all of this too? Or, I guess, picking up items. Just a bunch of more sitting around. Okay, I'm fine with that. I thought it was going to be books I have to read, but... Oh. This? Power? Oh, there's still stuff in the room too.
This is a day in the life of the traveler.
I was here already, right?
I'm learning more about you all the time.
This is a text for text. Almost like a tiny text there. Text for cipher letters. I haven't thought of any super scenarios where the tech can be
The
applied.
jeweler cherishes their gems.
Considering the energy transfer terminals and their receiving terminals aren't widespread in Fontaine, the use of encrypted images are limited to within Fontaine Research Institute. Teilhard just loves coming up with these useless inventions. I've already warned him not to vandalize the place. The encrypted images are special paint that require an equally special solvent to remove. The formula for the solvent is needed to remove the encrypted messages recorded below. The text below has been removed. So now we can't remove
As a jeweler cherishes
these
their
images. Okay, where do I have to transfer the power? Something to power up the door, like that? I think that's it, right? Excellent work. The lock has been opened. Your abilities are quickly grasp the mechanics and execute are both outstanding, and your values far exceeds the vast majority of those who participate in the experiment. I would truthfully report your performance as such. So, what's next? Well, Miss Crony, what's gone to you? I suddenly feel like I'm gonna throw up. Miss Crony, please drink this medicine. Exposed survey anchors radiate with Arkham energy traces, and the place we are in now has been affected somewhat. However, this energy level won't leave you permanently adverse effects on your body. Just take this medicine, you'll be fine. Blech. It tastes terrible. Forget it. I guess this is also some kind of first-hand experience. NoukonNeko, these 2 bottles are for 2 of you. Please drink them quickly. I'm feeling fine. Let Paimon drink it. But Paimon isn't feeling any discomfort either. Plus the medicine doesn't taste so good, right? Paimon would rather not take it. Really? That's really quite interesting. This is completely at odds with the results of the applications of Arkham Risk Report 3rd edition. We all should have been affected by the same amount of Arkham energy. We're constantly turning all over mountains and seas. We're way stronger than the people you got working there or here. Correction. We can now assume that all the Fontaine Research Institute staff are now working out in the open beneath the sun and the stars. Your report might consider mentioning the difficult work conditions we are enduring, Miss Crony. I've been wronged without being notified in advance. The Steam Board won't just let this go. Putting this all aside, you clearly have an extreme innate tolerance of energy flow, NoukonNeko. If so, you certainly the best candidate to assist the Institute without question. Please approach the storage room and report any dizziness, nausea, itchiness, or any other discomfort you feel during the process. Hold on there. Are you using NoukonNeko as a guinea pig? Without fulfilling your obligation to inform the risk first? It is clearly stated that the Institute externally contracted employee agreement Appendix C41, which he is signed. Prior to being officially employed, the applicant shall be subject to harmless Arkham energy flow tolerance tests, and the Institute has a right to terminate the contract based upon the results of the set test. Yeah, I hate reading text. Who the heck reads all of that? You choose not to exercise your rights to read the text, but each of the document was clearly marked. Please sign your name after carefully reading the document and making sure that there are no mistakes. However, seeing as you seem completely unaffected by energy flow, I believe you may be just the person we're looking for. In any case, let's get down to business and take 3 steps towards the storage room, then hold still for 30 seconds. Okay.
We've gone this far, but Pop still doesn't feel anything. Do you feel any discomfort?
My head feels like it's gonna explode. I mean, it looks like that's happened to my character, right? If my character was feeling normal, then I wouldn't be putting my hand to my face, right?
Huh? What's wrong? NoukonNeko, are you alright?
Puff.
Okay, that was good acting. You nearly fooled Paimon there. Sheesh, but... That's a relief. Then Paimon was worrying about how she's gonna carry you out here if you were suddenly gonna pass out. But then we come this way, we can't see Neko or letters anymore. And it doesn't seem like we can hear them either. What do we do next? Paimon knows. Maybe we'll check out some box in here and communicate with us through that.
That would be kind of handy. Do they even have technology that cool?
We'll find out soon enough. Paimon can't wait to see what kind of cool gadgets they might use to communicate with us.
NoukonNeko, can you hear me?
Oh, so they're relying some technology to shouting really loud?
I can hear you. Do you guys feel any discomfort? Everything's all good. That's great. Please continue to the survey anchor. You should be able to see it now. Once you retrieve it, it will temporarily fall into the dormant state and stop radiating energy. Then we'll be able to come in.
Be careful. If you feel uncomfortable, then we'll get out of here.
Okay, she's warning me. Seems to be a reference book intended to impart practical techniques. Book lists a great number of issues that Fontainians are quite unlikely to encounter in their daily lives and provide rigorous logical solutions to said problems. However, both title page and ending contains requests from the author for the readers to not do such things in practice. What's this book say? Executive Office. Located in the intersection between the Liffey and the Fontaine Research Institute of Kinetic Energy Engineering regions, primarily responsible for the Institute's various administrative tasks. Academic Assembly Hall. A venue for showcasing the products of the Institute research to the public. The circular design of the exhibit hall allows it to accommodate a larger audience while providing a better view. Yeah, that's kind of how we have in real life as well sometimes, right? Central Laboratory. Located in the heart of Fontaine's Research Institute of Kinetic Energy Engineering, is the most advanced instruments in Fontaine. Currently, the primary research undertaken there is related to the experimental field generator. Oh, I got an achievement for reading a book. This appears to be a reference book meant to be a common launch for people who have yet to come of age. But why is it placed inside the Institute Materials office? Yeah, that's a weird place to be, I think. I guess it'd be up here. Seems to be a literary work of fiction. Fantasy Institute. In this book, the entire Fontaine Research Institute was transported to a fantasy world, and many researchers go on adventures together in the other world. So this is an isekai story of a whole school. What's in this? I haven't watched the anime, but I remember reading an anime that's exactly like this. There's a note stuck in the end of the text with the following comments written on it. Why do I still carry the mechanisms and fight monsters even in another world? How is this any different from the real life? Is this what counts for the popular novels within the institute circles? You might as well write one in which Mr. Edwin travels to another world with his Arkham. Please refrain from pasting such novels inside the materials office. And also, Mr. Edwin has stated that he has no interest in traveling into other worlds. Because somebody had some pretty creative imagination, but I guess they don't like to have that around here. Okay, let's go and grab this. You actually managed to retrieve the survey anchor without any instruments? Like it was nothing. That's amazing. Last time we needed at least 3 of us acting together to achieve an anchor. Haha, I'm most concerned that you're exactly the talent we've been looking for. With your help, all of our work is going to go much more smoothly. Alright, I'll keep it for now. Let's leave this place and report back to the Institute post-haste.
Hang on, where's Miss Crony? Paimon doesn't see her anywhere.
She was feeling nauseous, so she stayed up there to rest. But don't worry, she's already taken her medicine. She just needs some time. Or it needs a little time. Oh, she's here. Huh? Miss Crony, what are you doing here?
Bunch of mecha monsters suddenly show up outside. They're on my heels about the storm and...
well, thank you for that. Leave it to me.
Look at NoukonNeko over there.
Can't be that bad, right? I mean, have they even explained why these mechas are attacking us in the first place? Because, I mean, if they're the one who made these mechas, shouldn't they have more control over them?
Clouds high, the birds call, wind strike. Things are about to get dicey.
Yeah, I don't think they really explain why these mechas are attacking us. Yo, luckily NoukonNeko's here. These were probably the clockwork mecha that the Institute used before to monitor energy flow, as they equipped it with Arcane energy flow monitoring devices. Although they're out of control, they still automatically converge here upon detecting the energy flow from Arkham. Mr. Necker, should the Fontaine Research Institute be held accountable for these out-of-control mecha in the wilds? I don't object to that at all. They should be held accountable. Oh? If you truly have a way to have those buried in the ground rise up and speak again. Also, I sincerely suggest that you stay here and rest, Miss Crony. Mr. Chelsea and Raimundo are at the Institute's new site and they aren't going anywhere. Once you're feeling better, then you can go interview them.
Yeah, you felt so sick you can barely even stand. Don't push yourself too hard.
Your health is essential.
No,
I can't. Interviewing Chelsea is the final step, not the beginning. That's why I'm following Mr. Necker around. I want to experience everything firsthand and get tangible evidence. I have to question Chelsea with the evidence in hand. That way he won't be able to beat around the bush like last time. And lo and behold, I am personally experienced so-called harmless Arkham energy flow. No? Once I get to the Fontaine Research Institute, I definitely going to uncover all the hidden truths. I truly admire your professionalism, Miss Crony, but are you sure you'll be able to make it to the rest of the way there? Don't worry, I'll be right behind you guys. I'm already a porter after all. Okay, next location. And a chest that I almost just walked away from.
Yes, this seems suitably sophisticated.
There is a... Is it up? Oh, it is above right there. I see. Hydroculus, that's what they're called, right? One of those collectible things. Can I think I need to go higher. Wait, probably better if I am using Kazuha for this. This is probably high enough. No. Okay, wait. I had to reclimb this. Misclicked. So oddly, there's a water thing right there that might help out. I'm gonna try this first because this is a for sure grab right now. Okay. Oh, can I not climb over the small mountain? I just wanted to know what. Oh, okay. So it would have took me up there. That's kind of right. Okay, I guess we're not going up here quite yet, but at least I think if I just keep going down this way, it looks like it would eventually take us up there, right? Maybe not. I guess not. It's fine. I'll get up there one day. What are you looking for? However, Fontaine's research. So we're looking for papers that might have survived the blast. Oh. Yeah, it's kind of too quick for me to read out loud, so I'm just gonna read those pretty quickly in my head. Definitely easier, faster to read in your head than it is to read my mouth. But it just seems to be random things so far we're reading. Okay, move on to the next area and collect more papers. Storage drums. Wait, how do... Alright, there seems to really not be anything of value here. It's time to move on. A researcher who once worked together with Edwin Eastinghouse is now kicking storage drums around the junk heap? Meanwhile, the Fontaine Research Institute still complains about being short-handed, huh? The way these researchers go about things are truly unfathomable. Everyone's worth is reflecting in different ways, and kicking storage drums is my way of doing so these days. But I heard that prior to Edwin's big screw-up, he had quite some sway in the Institute. Some might even say you were second only to Edwin himself. Eh? You're that powerful? That no longer means anything now. Now that I'm merely someone who was fortunate to survive this project, and one of the culprits who turned the central laboratory into what it is today. This is the only information I can offer you, Miss Crony. Well, I believe you are. That was plenty. Let me write that down. Huh. Where are my pen and notebook? My whole bag disappeared. I put it right next to a strange looking mecha right now. Where did it go? You mean the one right behind you? Huh? Help! Well, at least there are some battles in this story, right? Compared to the main Archon story, there was like zero battling.
I'm out of here!
One with nature, as one with wind and cloud.
Here comes the catch. Gotcha. Whirling snow!
Yeah, so I guess this explosion happened before we reached Fontaine. Wonder if it has anything to do with the rising water level. No, I guess that's a different issue entirely. But okay, we're gonna keep going down this way. At least I was right about how this the side quest so far would kind of get me moving around and Fontaine a bit more. Though, interestingly, it's just the surface of Fontaine and not anything underwater. But I think the one underwater stuff are a little bit different. There's a different storyline for that. So there's like 3 different side questing story. One above ground, one underwater, and one somewhere in between. Raimundo, nothing could go wrong here, right? Everything is running according to the set orbit. Choso, round and round it goes without any errors. Error-free, everything might be, but I'm just worried about getting dizzy. Mr. Choso, Mr. Raimondo. Ah, Necker, it's great to see you. Have you taken care of the survey's anchors? I trust that you've done as you always have. Complete your task to perfection. I have. Allow me to give you two a brief report. With NoukonNeko's assistance here, the anchor was successfully retrieved without any equipment. That's unbelievable! You were able to retrieve one without the use of any instruments? Goodness, thanks heavens! The entire institute right now only has 3 complete sets of such equipments, and I was honestly worried as how we might retrieve the anchors as soon as possible. I didn't really do anything special. It was nothing compared to other things I've been through. Is there any critical data in the anchor, Miss Choso? Aha, of course not. Some insignificant data, Miss Crony. I agree with you. After all, there are no way for insignificant data to radiate with harmful Arkham energy flows, is there? Energy flows? Oh, I mean, of course it's necessary and must exist as a technological means of preserving the... What I really like to know is why the Fontaine Research Institute would place these survey anchors to monitor the Arkham energy flows after the explosion. Certainly. Obviously, the survey anchors are used for monitoring. Miss Crony talks so fast, like a dendro slime on fire. Do dendro slimes even talk? Or maybe it's like a wildflower flower spitting a fireball. allow me to be more specific. How exactly is the Fontaine Research Institute planning to deal with this explosion? Oh, yes, I was just about to answer that question. This is an excellent question to ask as many people are concerned about it. Miss Crony, I am delighted that you'll be able to come to visit again. I must stress on behalf of Mr. Chosel that the Institute has never changed in its solution to the explosion. Once we have recorded all the Vtuber research assets at the old site, we will demolish the old central laboratory and do our best to restore the area's natural environment to its original state. By the central laboratory, you mean the building that's floating in the air? How are you going to demolish a building like that? Shoot it down with a cannon? Blow it up just like before? Of course we shan't be using such crude, simple solutions. The demolishing will utilize our newly researched experimental field generator. This device can deactivate the gravity-altering field that surrounds the Institute's ruins and land them on the ground safely. But wasn't this the device that also within said ruins? Wasn't it also a work of the Edwin Eastinghouse that used Arkham as his energy source? So based on what you're saying, the Fontaine Research Institute is still unwilling to give up the harmless Arkham project? Yes? I think they are not giving it up so easily. You've been keeping up with what she's saying? Nope. I just repeated her last sentence. Hey! Have you been doing this to pretend that you understand what's going on? Anyway, the Fontaine Research Institute is still trying to do dangerous stuff in the dangerous ways, right? A great summary, Miss Paimon. If we were discussing the uncontrolled risks, well, even walking on the road may be dangerous. Also, you should note that the energy source we're using is the complete new and stable Tri-State Arkham. And how does that differ from the normal Arkham? Does this new word in front of me mean anything? This to me seems like a purely rhetorical maneuver. I'm sure Mr. Chelsea would be happy to have an in-depth conversation with you about grammar, but I've left Mr. Necker hanging for too long, and really that's just impolite. Mr. Necker, I trust you've done everything I asked. With Miss NoukonNeko's help, everything couldn't have gone any better. This is an adventurer who came for recruitment. Mr. Necker recounts to Raimunda everything that has happened, emphasizing the great talent you displayed while retrieving the survey anchor. He also briefly touched on Crony's ironclad professionalism as well as the severe vomiting reactions she had. From the joking look at Necker's face, there seems to be no ill intent in his jest about the committed reporter, or so you assume. How's my stream going on? It's been a lot of dialogue. More dialogue than I thought I had to go through, but it's fine so far. That is rare, extremely rare. I'm delighted that you're applying for work at the Institute, NoukonNeko. After 100 years of bad luck, we finally are catching a break. I'm confident that you will be a great help to us. Here's the document I signed. I'll leave them over there. Don't worry about them. Huh? Aren't you going to take a look at them? We spent ages on them, and Mr. Desnos also look at them very seriously. These documents definitely have their uses. They certainly help us weed idiots out, at least. As for you, however, I believe you have good qualities as far as beyond that they can summarize. So let's leave them alone for now. And which game you played the most? I am playing Genshin quite a bit lately because I've been trying to catch up. But I'm pretty much almost there where I could like kind of put it down and take a break from it. I just did like to do today's stream to kind of get there. But we've been doing that. We've been doing like Baldur's Gate almost every week. But I wouldn't say that's like the game I played the most. Honkai, I'll be covering Honkai a bit more once I'm done with Genshin. But the other games I kind of want to go back to and finish is like Mega Man Battle Network. And there's other games I've been meaning to start playing, but it's just been in the back burner. But yeah, I would say Genshin, and yeah, Genshin has been the game I've been playing most lately. Do I play FPS games? I used to play Destiny 2 quite a bit. Destiny 1 as well, before Destiny 2 was a thing. I also used to play Halo quite a bit too, right? But I think after... I forgot what was it called. I think it was the game before Halo Infinite, but I played all of the Halo games way back then, and that's kind of the reason why I got to Destiny in the first place. I guess if you consider Borderlands as an FPS game, that I played that as well. So yeah, I dabble in FPS, but I guess I haven't streamed too much of it lately. By the time I started streaming, I was playing a lot of Genshin.
So, are you saying we passed the review?
Without a doubt, yes. I will personally prepare the contract and notice that you would need to sign for our follow-up work. Until then, Mr. Necker? Yes? Well, Miss Crony appears to having a discussion about energy safety with Mr. Chelsel. How about you take NoukonNeko to retrieve the last 2 survey anchors? The energy flow control operations are nearing completion, and all that's left is the data compilation. Oh well, at least everything's under control. Are you guys heading somewhere else? I'll come along too.
This later report sure has some good ears.
Okay. Grabbing these survey units are kind of taking longer. Oh, wait, up there. Yeah, that would take. It's just a lot of fluff. It's trying to get to grab it. Okay, can I not get above? Maybe if I had, if I had a Kazuha, I could kind of skip a couple of steps. I can get that Hydro Oculus. Yeah, I think the reason why I've been playing Genshin quite a bit lately is the fact that it has some really good stories that I have not seen in games for a long time.
Time to go.
Still isn't like the best stories I have seen, right? Some are like a lot more in depth, and it kind of makes sense that they do. Because Genshin is like an ongoing game, so it's almost like patches of good stories put together, right? But no matter what, as a whole, it's not gonna be anything too crazy. At least not yet. Because you have to plan way ahead for it to be really good, and it still takes a while to unveil it. If you're slowly introducing some of the main things. Oh, those are enemies.
Quietly now. Into the wind. Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Is that not enough?
I shall treasure this good fortune.
Oh. Where am I going? Am I... Even though I can teleport over there, I don't know whether I need to go up or I need to go down there. So it's safe for me to just keep going up until I know for sure. Okay, it's actually down there. You really got impressed by my model. Did I make myself? Did I plan to upgrade it? So my model is I use a software to help kind of create my character. It's very similar to any game character creation. Like say like in Baldur's Gate, you know how you can create your character? It's something similar to that. So it's a software that you can kind of do yourself. Anybody can do it. But I say that the weakness to this particular software is there's only so much you can customize the character to, right? If they're kind of given to you. So there's limits to it. So if I wanted to upgrade my model a bit more, I would need some more sophisticated custom work to get done. And that might be kind of beyond my expertise to kind of do. So that would require other people to kind of help out. But I have no need to kind of upgrade for now. So I'm just gonna kind of take my time with what I currently have until I feel like I have a real big need to kind of make a change. Oh, someone's not happy. Where's the Fatui? I hear them, but I don't see them.
Let's move. Now you're not going anywhere.
They're being really rowdy.
Have a load of this.
Oh, I don't have a view.
Frozen descent.
Oh no, the misses. No!
Let's move. Now you're not going anywhere.
The shaking is okay. I think that was kind of a hard shot. And then if I wasn't in battle, then my shots would have been a little bit more effective.
Let's move. Now you're not going anywhere.
It's been a while where I have to kind of re-aim, and Genshin's aiming system isn't too great. It doesn't have... I kind of rely on aim assist, kind of. It doesn't have any.
Let's move.
Okay, but that one I did better. I was not expecting it.
Easy money.
But staying calm is like kind of the key when it comes to like aiming. Okay, these guys, they need to chill.
Shouldn't get careless.
Gotcha. The wind's rose. Clouds high. The birds call. These are about to get dicey. My apologies.
You're being kind of annoying. Luckily, I had a fire. Yeah, fire kind of swirled into that, so it took out the ice guy. And how do I get in there? Did I... Either you had to figure out what to open the gates from the outside, or was there a way to actually get in there from the top that I missed? Nope. Yeah, I'll worry about that later. Let's grab that anchor. And maybe we'll figure out how to open that door along the way. Can I get your Discord? Then I'll show you some of my artwork samples. You know, you're not the only one who tries this with me all the time. But I should have a Discord link somewhere on my page. It's not hard to find it. For one, it will enter to my... it will let you get into my kind of the Discord group that I'm part of. So I'm part of a Discord group called Affinity. It's kind of like more of like a guild that I am kind of the leader of. I guess I haven't said that much, but yeah, it's just a group I kind of founded, and yeah, with some friends, and we kind of opened up for lots of random other people to join, especially people who watches my content. But you will find my Discord account from there, and you can go ahead and add me from there. But okay, let's continue the story. Is this where researchers spend their downtime? Is this even humane? Has the Fontaine Research Institute ever considered making renovating this place a priority? There should be a survey anchor here. Just like Miss Corney implied, this place needs renovation, and the power supply here is very limited. Or perhaps I should say there's a complete shortage. While I'm answering Miss Corney's question, I'll leave the job of recording the survey anchor to you, NoukonNeko. Okay, so this time without assistance, but I think... Oh, I can't use this? Maybe because it's not powered up. Oh yeah, this is quite the puzzle this time around. Let's go ahead and zap that. Oh no, that's what I need to power up. But I don't see anything else I could go into. So, oh, maybe I had to go through here. Oh, nope. That's not working either. That's kind of too thick for me. I'll worry about that later. Kind of focus on the main story quite a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna skip some of these notes for now. If I'm very crazy about the Lord, I can come back to this. Okay, so I got some energy. Does this let me power you up? Nope. Can I power this up? Okay, let me open the door. I can pick that up. And do I just put it here? That work? And then can I... Oop. Here's the energy again. Oh, okay. So not like that. So what did I do with this then? Oh, I get it. Maybe I use this. So I zap the energy, then put it in there. Okay, so I have the new part of energy now. And if I put it here, would it power this up? Yeah, okay. And I can use it now, right? And I got it. Simple. Pretty easy puzzle. It's a chest to boot.
Collecting rare and exquisite treasures. Yes, this seems suitably sophisticated.
Okay, and what does this do? Okay, I can't really do anything besides going to look at this camera, right? Secret code. Hellheart scribbled cipher letters all over the place. Why am I not surprised? He even erased the formula for the purifying solvent Botor left behind. Thanks to him, all of our project funding requests have been rejected. This is time to kiss our bright future goodbye. Not only is there no place for traditional clockwork mecha research in Fontaine Research Institute, there's no place for me as well. I probably should try to secure a job at the Fortress of Meropide. I'm sure they'll need engineer there. I'm just kidding. There's no way I'm going there. I heard there aren't even windows there. I decided to do something out of the goodness of my heart. Though Vtuber is no longer here, I've recreated the formula for purifying the solvent based on the information he left behind. I've recorded the formula here, so anyone who sees this is able to use it to create the solvent and erase the nonsense that Telhar wrote. The formula is as follows. The text below has been removed.
So this is a day in the life.
Well, huh?
I'm learning more about you all the time.
Okay, that was a lot of useless stuff. And I can't do anything else here. Okay, I guess I'll just leave that alone. I mean, we got what we need. Where did it go? They were just right here, right? Oh. Oh. I got it. I need to go back, grab that energy cell, and hopefully I can use that to open the door above me. So, good thing I did this before trying to figure out how to get in there. And open up. And voila. Thank you. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on to the next location. Let's repeat the second one, right?
Busted. Take flight.
Okay, let's defeat the other guard mechs. That's an easy thing for me to do.
Nature. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. Wind strike. Here comes the cash. Busted. Whirling snow.
Guard mechs incoming. Okay, cool. Yeah, at least there's no more dialogue I gotta hand through. I just need to just grab the thing I'm here to grab. Should be self-explanatory in the first place, right? Or not. There should be a survey anchor here too. I'll open the door and leave the recovery to you, NoukonNeko. Oh, you can actually do something for me. Thank you. Yeah, I still can't forget how Choso just kept equivocating. And that Raimondo, he's so haughty and arrogant. Did you see how he was looking at me? I think you're so much better than either of those two. Things would have never turned out like that if you were in their position. Alright, later Squaw. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. And, guard dogs?
Gotcha. As one with wind and cloud.
Probably should break this first. Okay. So I'm assuming that's related to what I need to kind of figure out. Oh, there's multiple cameras, and there's one of these here. Okay, let's go here first. I need a part of that up, probably.
I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me.
No, I need the part of that up. Okay, Well, I think it's kind of obvious, so I need the whole camera thing kind of let me find that this is up here. If you didn't already notice it already. I can grab that. Hit this. Go back in. Grab the energy by, I think, don't remember where things are from the camera's point of view, but yeah, grab that. Now I can go and look at the other one and power that up, right? Okay. Simple. Or guard mechs that aren't enemies? Now they're enemies. Ouch, they actually hurt.
Fallen leaves. Adorn
Oh, good thing I have a healer.
Game's up. Fun's over. Quietly now. Take flight.
Kinda didn't have a chance to read the dog. Wonder what I missed. Okay. Chest.
Today is a lucky day.
The double. Hey, we got to survey things. Are we good to go? Something big gonna happen? And these are just all data, right? What do they need the data for? Mr. Raimondo, the survey anchors have all been retrieved. Looks like we got really the right person for the job this time. Put them over here. Someone will come and handle them. Now, let us get down to business. Come over here, please, NoukonNeko. There are some documents you need to sign. More stuff at the sign? They're so thick. Why are there so many documents? Because no matter how one looks at it, escorting a researcher into the ruins of Fontaine Research Institute and then lighting said ruins shall be no small matter. And since it's such an important matter, it's only natural for us to explain every detail to the one carrying out the work. Who am I escorting? Why, that'd be Mr. Necker, of course. Across the entire institute, there's no one better suited than him to deal with the central laboratory ruins. I request that I accompany Mr. Necker. What? I think this is a terrific proposal. Joso, did you forget that we mentioned that we came up with the plan? We must keep the public informed about rebuilding the institute with the utmost transparency. Ah, that's right. The new Fontaine Research Institute has nothing to hide. Edwin made some mistakes, but we are past that now. Please go write a report on it. Go to the ruins of the institute and see the mistakes Edwin Easthouse made. Looking back again, the institute is just what we've been working towards, the cause that we stand for. But allow me to emphasize once again that.
And here we go again. Papa's about to go to sleep. Or fall asleep.
I truly admire how much you guys have to say. Maybe you should call me after you're done talking?
Yeah, this doesn't have anything to do with us, and this is a good time for a break anyway.
No, it's important business, so please come this way. I signed a bunch of documents. Thanks to the prior experience, you finished signing them before you know it is this time. What is this time? Alright. That should be all of them. Thank you, NoukonNeko. Now that we are externally contracted assistant researcher for the Fontaine Research Institute.
What about Paimon? Does Paimon get any title?
You are my important assistant, Paimon.
Assistant? That doesn't sound cool.
Haha, don't worry, assistants play an absolutely critical role within the Institute. But let's get back to business, shall we? Things are right now in the Institute are rather complicated. The matters you'll be dealing with are also urgent, so I won't keep you for much longer. While you're on the way, Mr. Neko will inform you of some things to know, as well as what you will actually need to do. The rest is up to you now. A lot rests on your shoulders, Mr. Necker. Well then, please follow me, NoukonNeko. You must get to the ruins. Sure thing. Don't forget me. Yes, and you. How could I possibly forget you? Quest finished. Get to the ruins. Will we finally go up to the top? Oh, and there's a waypoint up there probably. I was gonna say after this quest finished, then that'll probably be a good stopping point. But if I can go up here and get to that waypoint, then I wouldn't mind giving this a try. Do I just enter? They're gonna drop me down. Oh, I knew it. I was like, no way, it just kind of does the whole thing by itself. Eventually, it's gonna have me do something. Oh, I don't know how important these rocks are, but if it's anything like Inazuma, I'm assuming I probably do want to break these whenever I see them.
Make my escape.
Okay. Our detour finished. What? Oh, that's just a Hillicher up there. What is he up to? Oh. What are you doing up here? Oh, okay. A hidden chest. I'll take that. Okay, back to the task at hand. So let's go up that ramp. This one, right? Hopefully with Glenn, I'll get around much more quicker. Okay, some magic gonna happen now. Come on, NoukonNeko. Miss Crane, this way. So, you mean we're gonna delve into this patch of water? That's right. With the help of our gravity condensed water, we can ascend the ruins of the Institute safely and efficiently. If you don't want to do that, do it that way, you may also go to the opposite bank and glide in from the highest mountain using a wind glider. Forget it. I'm not good at using a wind glider. I'm not really used to heights either. Very well. Now we'll go over a few things to keep in mind when it comes to the gravity condensed water. Is it going to be like a shortcut like we just used earlier? So, in a nutshell,
It's the same thing as swimming or diving?
feels more like this is... I feel like this is more flying or diving is a mid-air is quite a novelty. Yeah. Yeah, swimming in the sky is such a weird way to put it. In that case, please do enjoy experiencing it yourself. I guess diving is probably more accurate, right? Because you're in water, and that's how you're able to move around, right? Fly was more of, you know, being able to move around in air. Is everyone ready? Miss Crony, you can still back out if you like and simply wait here for us to return. Reporters never back down. I'll be right behind you guys. I'll try to anyway. Alright then, if you insist, let's get going now. So we just jump and swim? Oh yeah, you do just jump in and swim. And start a challenge? Yeah, I kind of knew it. I kind of figured it will give me a route to kind of follow. Oh, I hate the thought to think if you are in here, what happens when you accidentally step out of the water cube.
I shall treasure this good fortune.
Any chest? What do you do? Okay, I knew it. It was one of those floaty things. Okay, what now? Do I just go... There's a challenge here. Wait, I don't have anything to hit it with. Except for that, I guess. I didn't know I could reach that far with this. But okay. Mustn't go too far out to the sides until at least grab the waypoint. Okay, that's everything, right? You know, I kind of wonder if I didn't do this quest, where I can actually get up here. Whether these only appear once you progress in this quest enough. Oh, fall in the bubble. The waypoint's probably all the way up there. Probably should have looked around a bit before clicking on that, but it was just a habit. I was like, something there, might as well hit it. And think it would suddenly just take me here. Yeah, that was like an item that I was trying to pick up, but nope, I got warped to the next part of all this. Okay, how do where do I go from here? Okay, I need to get up there. Do you just... I guess you do. I'm gonna need that for something. Probably that. Okay, maybe I wasn't... Oh, okay, that worked. Okay, so grab this and... Okay, it's not necessarily that right there. Maybe it's actually this, right? It's usually the opposite color one. Okay. I think that was what I was supposed to... Oh, then I see the other one right there. Grab that. Are we good? Okay, maybe I just need to go up now. Probably activated something without realizing it.
Whirling snow! Yeah!
There was something else that dropped. Was there something more? Or do I just keep going forward? I mean, I don't see anything more, though. Oh, there is definitely loot right here from that slime. Okay, let's go back up. It's give me a warning. If I walk out, I probably most likely will fall down. Oh, but these are resetted, so... Take that. Did that. Take this. Maybe I didn't hit this one last time. Okay, I hit it that time. Missing something, but I mean, I don't think it's something that would prevent me from going forward. Though I could be missing on a chest, but I guess I could worry about that later. Sometimes you don't have all the pieces of the puzzle to work with yet. Most of the time you do, but not always. Maybe it's just better to just keep going forward until that piece eventually shows way in front of you. Yeah, silly over there. Over there too. Could jump down that way, but I can worry about that later. It's probably better to get that waypoint first. I just realized something. Am I playing only up? I've not played only up yet, but I watch other people play only up, and this is what it's kind of making me think of right now. Yeah, worry about that silly later. Up is the way to go first.
Into the wind.
Take flight! I shall treasure this good fortune.
Right now, I have a bunch of those seeds. Slowly make my way up here. Actually, I think I'm there, right? That looks like a boss. What's that? What's this large plate? That's the experimental fuel generator Mr. Edwin developed.
Huh? Didn't it already blow up? It looks pretty fine now.
The thing that exploded wasn't this machine, but the Arkham core that powers its core driver, the Arkham kinetic core.
This thing? Would it suddenly start moving by itself?
Relax, this big guy can't move now that it lost his power supply.
But didn't Raimonda say that we needed to use it to make the runes descend? It can't move.
Only part of it can be activated. The tri-state arc can only support its operation at half speed. But that should be enough to relieve the abnormal gravity state of the central laboratory runes are in.
Paimon doesn't understand that at all.
What do you need us to do? Please follow me. The place where we will need to work is in the back. Miss Crony, please stay here. Some areas in the back contains Institute secrets and you're not allowed to have any exposure to them. I can see that back of yours from here. What secrets could be hidden inside? I have no idea either. That's why you definitely are not allowed inside. What nonsense. Anyway, wait here. If you take photos randomly, you might capture something related to Institute secrets. For example, the photo for the sugar-free berry flavored Fanta. The new Fanta product is quite important to the Institute. If you leak any information of it to the outside world, you need to undergo 1 month confidential investigation and must report to the Maizen Gestion of the Polaris Mermonia 3 times every day and be questioned. Of course, you'll need to stop your journalistic work. Haha. Don't worry, even if I get taken by the Polaris Mermonia for questioning, it will be only because I uncovered the secret you're hiding. I won't let myself be forced to stop working for a reason as absurd as leaking some Fanta formula. I admire your work ethic. I hope everything goes well with your photo taking. NoukonNeko, let's go. There's still work for us to do. Wait. Huh? Did I already unlock the waypoint here? Oh, it unlocked automatically. Because I obviously haven't seen this before. It's almost like a giant cannon. Okay, that's convenient. So... oh, that's where I actually need to go. Guessing that's just gonna take us back, right? Oh, okay. Well, let's do this.
Gotcha. One with nature, as one with wind and cloud.
Sometimes I can kind of warp stand next to like a ledge because if I get knocked down, that's gonna be a long fall. Oh, but that's actually a water block underneath us. Sometimes I really don't get why the Institute had to design the support clockwork mecha to look like humans. Just from this perspective of supporting researcher hands and feet are far worse than tracking multifunctional clockwork mecha apertures. What's this rock? Oh, this is archaeum that supplies energy to the experimental field generator. What restrains it is the energy supply device created by Mr. Edwin. See this here? The circuit connects to the generator. Of all the inert archaeum we found, this was the best. Oh, this right here. This is the best in terms of purity and stability. Then when and then boom, it went. That came down to Mr. Edwin. I trust that wasn't the cause, or at least it shouldn't take all the blame. Whoa, is that gonna blow up again, is it? When that happens, I'm gonna need to take us to this. I'm gonna need you to take us to the skies, Paimon. Yeah, you're gonna help keep us flying, right? When that happens, let's jump into the water below. That's in real life, if you did that, it probably would not end so well. Jumping this high into the water is kind of like jumping into cement at that point. The water was not going to absorb all that damage that well. Well, I guess it really depends how you fall, but most likely it's not going to end well. But yeah, I mean, I have a glider. It should be fine.
Paimon doesn't have super strength, but if it really blows up, then Paimon could give it a shot.
Don't worry. That Mr. Edwin's not around. We're completely safe. Right. I'm about to use Raimundo's Callus to transform the Archaeum into Tri-State Archaeum and activate the big fellow outside. Then these runes should be able to safely land onto the ground. NoukonNeko, can you please take some photos in the area? I could use them as evidence for my work record. Didn't you just say taking photos wasn't allowed? It's fine. These will be used for reference in the Institute and won't be distributed unless you secretly keep a few for yourself, which I trust you won't do. Alright, when you're taking photos, please look for Miss Crony while doing so. I've got no idea where she's run off to or where she's hiding. Really don't want to start the generator only to suddenly find a lady tossed into midair. Okay. Let's go ahead and take the photo. And go say hi to Crony. She's already back here, right? I mean, she's scared of heights, right? So, she's taking a photo of this thing. How suspicious. What's suspicious? Show me too. Oh, NoukonNeko, you give me a fright. How are you able to walk around without making a noise? You were just too focused.
Speaking of which, you followed us all the way here. Have you managed to find anything?
Not really. Since Mr. Knacker said all of that, I don't really want to get in trouble. In the end, all I could take pictures are of these dilapidated houses, broken rocks, and motionless machine. I bet I would be able to take photos of the big scoop if I could fly over the air just like you can, Paimon. Oh, yeah, reporters can do that. That would be kind of scary for everybody. Why be a reporter if you could fly? I was born to do this. It's the reason why I exist. I too am sure of that, Miss Crony. What? You're also able to walk without making any noise. Is this new technology the Institute's developed? Fortunately, we don't teach walking courses. I've already completed all the preparations in any case. NoukonNeko, please take Miss Crony back to the Institute. Once the experimental field generator is activated, it will rapidly change the gravity in the surrounding area. I've been through professional training and I know what to do in this situation. For your safety, it'd be best if you stayed from here. And how are you going to get down? You don't need to worry about me. Mr. Edwin taught me how to use the generator personally. No one in the Institute can control this big guy as freely as I can. Not even Raimundo.
Guess we'll have to leave it to a professional then. Be careful.
Go now. We'll meet again on the surface. Is it really just all gonna change all of a sudden when I get down there? Actually, is it faster for me to teleport? It's probably faster for me to teleport. And I guess we'll just watch it happen. I guess all the stuff doesn't need to stay up there. Or maybe it's just moving just the building down there while the ice cubes are still down up there. NoukonNeko, you're back. How's the work coming along? Everything's going swimmingly.
There are still some finished touches that ought to be left to the professionals. So, Mr. Knacker, is it still up there?
I feel like I haven't really contributed that much. Don't say that. You're a safety rope. Without you, dear NoukonNeko, how could we have dare let Mr. Knacker go up there by himself? It could be said that the trip was a brilliant success. There are other benefits as well. Miss Crony's managed to photograph some thought-provoking images that she would like to ask me about, and a few of those pictures should prove more interesting for Mr. Knacker. Let's not talk about that for now. Come, let us take a photo together. Monsieur Choso will also need to present you with a certificate and an honorary title. Honorary title?
Oh, what about Paimon? Paimon will also get a promotion from assistant, right?
Seeing as you're Paimon's companion, then I guess you should join in on the photo. As for the title, so there's no RN title for Paimon then? RN titles must remain limited in quantities and stay relatively rare. Otherwise, how would we get sponsors and support through awarding them?
Oh, right then.
Then allow me to award Paimon RA title of Best Companion, or the RA title of Best Travel Guide. A super awesome title. How generous do I want to be to Paimon? Well, she wasn't really a travel guide around Fontaine, right? I would say being a companion is exactly the accurate thing to kind of title her as.
Hey, just what kind of nonsense titles are those? We've already best buddies. Paimon doesn't need a title for that. Better make NoukonNeko really awesome.
Of course, the RA title is the highest standing. Besides, haven't you also been promoted to assistant to RNA senior researcher? Come on now, let's get that photo taken.
An assistant's still an assistant, no matter how many words you put after it.
Alright, let's take the photo. This is an occasion to remember. Monsieur Chotso, you're... Oh look, he's having a nice conversation with Miss Crony. Hence, the operation is stepping stone to rebuilding the institute. We can do it, and it is our duty to do so. It always has been. It's always been. As the former site of the institute, we can keep it preserved forever and rebuild it as the Fontaine Research Institute Safety Education Center. I think I've just had enough. I'm certain that everybody has benefited from your speech, Monsieur Choso, but now's the time to take a photo together with NoukonNeko, wouldn't you say? Yes, of course. We must take a photo and mark this occasion with our dear honorary senior researcher at the Fontaine Research Institute. Now, give us a second, Miss Crony. This shouldn't take long. Oh, don't worry. It's not like the things you said now weren't all cliches anyway. Were you guys going to take a picture together? I just so happen to have a camera with me. Please go and stand in position. I traveled a long way to get here, so please at least make it worth the trip, okay? That can't be good. Is you know who okay? That explosion just now. What else could it have been? We've just taken a photograph. Is it such a serious ingredient necessary? I'm pretty sure it's not on purpose, but that's a funny thing to say. I gotta say it. I don't believe that was an explosion. All things considered, it was probably a controllable.
That was an explosion! Paimon nearly blown away just now. If not, what else could it have been?
Mr. Choso, could you please explain this to us? Was this something you had anticipated? I must say, you asked a very good question, a very excellent one, as many people are wondering the same thing. The color of these bodies of water, could it be that the condenser components are already in? Wait, Knacker hasn't come down yet. You're right, he hasn't returned yet. Let's not delay, NoukonNeko. We need to go now. Wait, I want to go too. The truth behind the explosion. Please don't act rationally, Mr. Reporter. If you dip one of your toes into that water, you'll be saying goodbye to this world within a minute. Don't scare me. Would you? Please just stay here? NoukonNeko, according to your previous experience, the energy flow that remains in these bodies of water shouldn't affect you too much. Oh, the waters did change. Please go to these ruins as quickly as possible. I'll find my way up there. Way up and I'll meet you there. Your own way? I have my ways. After the explosion, I was among one of the first up there to conduct disaster investigation and evaluation. Things at the time were much more complicated as they are now. Anyway, enough talk. Let's get moving. Hopefully Mr. Knacker won't meet the same fate that Edwin did. Yeah, I should have known something bad would happen. Hey, but I could just teleport to the top. So I wouldn't have to go through the whole thing over again. Okay, it's mostly... Oh, wait, was it doing that before? I don't think that was like that before. And more mechas again?
Quietly now. The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds come. Things are about to get dicey.
Take flight! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Ta! Ha! Yeah!
Looks like the Arkham overloaded and the cooling mechanism are also damaged. Knacker, what have you done here exactly? This is my fault. I didn't think Knacker would still be unsatisfied despite all the benefits I gave him.
Yeah? Benefits? Wait a second.
Why are you looking at me like that? Did he say anything to you? Okay, we told him everything. Sweet talk. Did he tell you guys then that it was people like him, Edwin's successors, who are reaping the benefits of this mess by stealing all kinds of information and selling it for a fortune?
You guys are telling completely different stories. Pi doesn't know who to believe anymore. If only he were here, then we could find out the truth. Pi doesn't see him at all, though. If he's not here, then where could he have gone?
Maybe he successfully escaped. Or maybe he's already... I don't think he was killed at the very least. I'll explain why later. For now, though, we must stabilize Arkham as quickly as we can. The suppression system shut down. The ore is presently in a excited state. That is what caused the explosion. What caused the explosion?
This big rock doesn't look blown up at all.
I don't understand. Yeah, nothing got damaged from what I can tell. Alright, I agree. This is indeed quite difficult to understand. I'll explain it in the simpler terms for you. I guess I have no choice now. The experimental field generator that Edwin created is powerful and can manipulate gravity. I believe you know already. After the explosion, all the Arkham in the Institute shattered into fragments. Among these fragments, many of them have turned to a excited state and trigger an explosion at any time. With the use of the gravity field, they were all restrained and gathered beneath our feet. that explosion just before was a small one caused by a small archaeum in the ruins that were affected by the energy flow. I guess you could call it a minor rehearsal of the third great explosion.
Then this rune is a...
Super huge ready to explode pierce of Arkham. So you guys did all of this, and not because you wanted to
Gee, the asses, but because you were all scared this place would explode again?
That's just one of the objective of the exploration, but right now our priority is to retrieve the condensed component that fell into the water and restart the suppression device. There's also Arkham inside those components, and the intense energy flow was likely cause particularly changes to the water bodies. Forgive me, but I'm not really capable of retrieving them and installing them back in the inhibitor. Only you are capable of doing this, NoukonNeko. Please, for the corner of Fontaine and... Well, since this is urgent, I'll just get the job done first. But once this is all over, you better explain everything.
But once this is over, you better explain everything properly.
If it all goes well, I'll tell you everything I know. Isn't this guy over here kind of odd?
What?
What are you doing here?
Gotcha. My apologies.
Ouch. Okay, well, I could just go grab each component one at a time and teleport back up here and, you know, grab the next component. So it shouldn't be that bad, right? The question I have is, there are some changes to these things.
Yeah.
We can't go in? Oh, wait. Can I climb it? Uh-oh. Yeah, this is not a good place to be. Let's go ahead and teleport back up. It's unfortunate as it is to kind of do this. Maybe I'll start with the closest one, not the one that's that far. Okay. Same thing. But I'm gonna use Kazuha this time. Here. Oh. Is it taking me? Does it take me to the other ones? It's kind of taking me kind of far. Okay. The big long obstacle course. Oh, is it gonna just... Yeah, it's gonna throw me in there. Dangerous liquid that can be modified somehow by the energy flow. For the condensation opponents, if you remain in such water too long, you will accumulate turbulent energy flow. You will hit the accumulation limit. All your characters will drown. Oh. Not good. So we have a time limit. Not told that this was gonna be this dangerous. How? Wait, where am I supposed to go? Oh, there. Let's do this, right? Okay. That wasn't too bad. Interesting that you have to go into this by kind of launching into it, but okay. Get the whole what I need to do with the rest of them. Which one is the closest one now? Don't know whether I can make it over there, but I'll try. Hey Billy Selfish, welcome to my channel. I am doing okay so far. Just trying to finish the side quest before calling it a night. And it's seems simplistic so far. A little bit more longer than I thought it would take me to kind of do. But it kind of gave me what I was looking for. I'm not going to be able to get up there normally, so I'm just going to teleport back up. Wait. That's the wrong place. Up here. Yeah, it's just some slight obstacle coursing, from what I can tell. But it's been chill. I probably should go say hi to Asili now, right? Right? Maybe you will help cover something for me. In here? Oh, there's a little time trial thing right there. Before I worry about that, I'll just keep following the silly and... Is it gonna... Oh, there's 4 more here. Guess that wasn't the same silly I found, but I can do this one very quick too. That. Lead me all the way back over here. That is there, then don't... Isn't there supposed to be a fish that helps me break blocks around here? Oh. See... Collectible jellyfish, but... The fish I'm looking for. So maybe you have to get it somewhere else. Okay, I guess I'll come back here later. Can I? Okay. Go to this block next.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here now, but how? Okay, up there. Oh, it just took me straight in. Pretty straightforward. And it's right there. Huh? At least I thought it was right there. Can I not make it there? Why is it blocked? I'm like in a... Oh, don't tell me. Is this one of those like mazes? I had to kind of feel my way to... Oh no. I see. I need to go back out and go back in. Back in?
Into the wind.
Okay. I guess I was kind of cheating, but it kind of wanted me to go in then back out. Huh? Wait. Kind of... Do I just go straight now into it? No. Not quite. But that bubble right there seems to be telling me to go out this way. This way? Oh. Got it. Back to normal. This was that one. That block wasn't there before. I'm curious. This one... No, this was that one I was at earlier. I guess the block respawned. Yeah, it's the same one. Okay, well, this one's done. 2 more to go. Let's go ahead and teleport back up here. That's so not ominous. Very convenient for this bubble to kind of show me what I need to do to fix the issue. Oh, this one's combat related.
One with nature.
Whirling snow! Yeah! Ha! Yeah!
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Can't switch character. It's fine. Just follow the bubble.
My apologies! Ta, ta, ha! Ha! Hip! Yeah! Ha!
Time to go.
Oh. What? Oh, okay.
The wind knows me. Falling leaves adorn my...
Take flight!
I'm gonna use my burst here. It's not often that I use a Yaku's burst. These guys are actually kind of tough. When you're letting your guard down. Okay, we're here. Okay, am I finally in this cube? And I'm hoping it's not gonna be a maze this time. So one was the obstacle course, the other one was a maze, and this one was a fight. Okay, I don't know what I need you, but take you just in case. It's right there. more left to go. Oh, not where I meant to do. I meant to kind of grab and take a look at that book, but I guess that'll wait until later. I feel like I keep on postponing a lot of things, but it's getting kind of late and I need to kind of finish the side quest, which I feel like I'm very close to doing. So I'm assuming
Time to go.
if I grab these 4, it will help me get the suppressor working back up again. And that should fix some of the issues, right? Where'd you go? Oh, nope, you're too high now.
Follow the wind.
This one has 2 bubbles. Why is that? I was here earlier, right? Okay, that's where I kind of jumped and I kind of regret it because there's an explosion. Okay, it's one of these. The shooting test. I had to go and touch it. This one's one as well. Okay. Another one. Or not. Okay, switch to Cosmic just in case I need to jump around. Another obstacle course. Water? And in I go, right? Nope. Where's it taking me? Okay, now I go in. Just grabbing these while we're in here isn't so difficult. Okay. Got all 4. Now time to get back there and figure out what's going on. Are you not near the device? You're over here. Okay, what's going on? That Mr. Necker really knows how to create trouble for others, just like that boss of his, Edwin Eastonhouse. What are you doing here? We really can't catch a break here. Not only did the explosion break off the condensing composition of the device, it also destroyed the self-sustaining system of the inhibitor. I'm about to remove the 2 backup Nomcia cores in the experimental fuel generator and use it to supply energy to the inhibitor. Luckily, this big fella can't move, otherwise we wouldn't even have the time to run. It just not moving right now, you mean? Hey, knock on wood, don't say things like that. What if it actually starts moving? Don't worry, the main source of energy, that big chunk of archeum behind it, although the archeum has transferred into a activated state, the explosion damaged all of the energy supply lines, so it lost all its energy supply. Huh? The archeum kinetic core should have been right here. Where did it?
Hold on. You said that the Nomia cores were a backup energy source. But isn't the activation condition for the backup energy source the complete loss of energy?
Oh, okay, yeah, I should have guessed. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, well, a little boss time, I guess. Can't hurt.
Quietly now. Game's up. Time's over.
Would have been a good time to use my burst, but this is not ready yet.
Time to go. One with nature.
Ouch.
Clouds.
Oh boy.
The birds.
Jump. Okay. It's supposedly, you know, like playing jump rope, but I wasn't being smart right there. Let's get some healing in.
Gotta dash.
Wind strider.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch. Whirling snow. Coming
Okay, it's gonna do something big. Hopefully I can get this in.
It stopped.
I knew you could do it. Quick, grab those two Koras and hook up the power. Just like before, you go connect the energy cores and I'll adjust the device. Okay, it's looking normal now, I guess. Finally, it's stabilized. The Archeum has transformed to an inert state, and we, the Fontaine Research Institute, are safe for now. But it seems that there are even more secrets. As for the things you'd like to know, I will be happy to answer, but not right now. What I can tell you now, based on my hypothesis, is that Mr. Knacker stole the Archeum kinetic core and triggered the small explosion. Before explaining in too much detail, we should return to the Institute and place the proper notion and partitions into this or at the very least, we should stop Miss Journalist from getting more deeply involved. The Archeum kinetic core is connected to too many other matters, and we must handle it in complete confidentiality. Why does it have to be so secretive? So I would like you to cooperate with my work. Cooperate with your work?
You're not saying to play along with your lies, are you? The scarier something is, the more you should share with others. Then we can all work together to deal with it faster.
I have my doubts about that. You two, every matter has its own way of being dealt with, and in this instance, we first call for silence. But I promise that I would never have you steer from your moral standards or demand you to have the same standards of behavior we do. All I ask for you is to remain quiet. We need not do anything else. You might be wondering why I would have you remain silent while telling you the truth. It'll come out and I'll come out and say it now. Your coming here is the only good fortune that our institute had in nearly 100 years. No matter what happens or what the cost is, we must maintain good relation with you. I'm sure Mr. Choso feels the same way. Is telling the truth also a cause as far as you're concerned? Is transparency something you'd consider a cause as well? Yeah, you're only just telling us the truth now, which you should have done ages ago. Just what sort of cost is that? Dear Sir Paimon, telling the truth honestly is in truth the greatest price one can pay. Let's go back. I ask sincerely for your understanding and provide all necessary cooperation. Why does this all feel so shady? Okay, we'll head back for now. Still don't get why it has to be so secret. Not telling us. Oh. Other people here. Something like that before. It's crony. Everything we do is the best interest of the people of the Car of Fontaine. So what you're saying is that Fontaine Research Institute predicted explosion just now? Are you kidding? Do you think I'm a gestionnaire? You can't hoodwink me that easily. I think Monsieur Choso has expressed himself clearly enough. The situation is still under control. The status quo of the court of Fontaine will not be adversely affected. Now, allow me to make a statement of explaining the events that really occurred. That's enough, mister. I can't believe you for a second. NoukonNeko, you should have seen everything, right? I'm begging you, tell me the truth. Let's cooperate with Raimundo for now. I'll tell you the whole truth, nothing but the truth. But I don't even know what the truth is completely, besides, you know, the other guy stole something. And that's it, right? Stole something that caused the explosion and he somehow got away with it. I mean, he asked me, I think it's the right move here. That's tough, because I feel like there's a crisis going on, right? That they're trying to cover up. And telling the truth could help solve it much more quicker, right? And even though you cooperate with the other group, they could possibly fix the situation and they're trying to cover up some kind of mistake or something going on at the same time. But at the same time, if they don't do it correctly and they fail, then things can get worse, right? That's why telling the truth could usually kind of help solve the situation. But anyways, even if I stay silent right now, I don't think she's gonna buy it. So you have to tell her something, I think. I wanted to take the second option. My ears, my dear NoukonNeko. Is it gonna let me? Tell Crony everything that's happened from the beginning to end without omitting anything. With the largest archium and the experimental field generator. About Nacker, who's missing, who could be dead or alive, and about Raimundo's acquisition of him stolen the archium kinetic core. And of course, Raimundo cares most about the central laboratories that could explode again at any time. I'm shocked, Mr. Corso. Are you aware of this? Oh, of course. Oh my goodness. So the Fontaine Research Institute doesn't even have the courage to face their own mistakes, just to cover up the fact that they couldn't deal with the Arkham problem, and you did absolutely everything you could. What I find most surprising is you even tried to trick NoukonNeko, who's been doing their utmost to help. You even wanted to use NoukonNeko's credibility to convince me that Nacker was behind all these crimes. Huh? Crony, did you really understand? Yeah, that's the other thing. I feel like she might figure something else and piece something else and also give us more information that might help us decipher what's going on. I completely understand everything, dear Paimon. Thank you for dropping such subtle hints for me. Hints? Did we drop any hints? Of course, I know that the Institute really wants to hide the fact that the central laboratory ruins can explode at any time. Or to put it in another way, Arkham is still under a threat to the entire core of Fontaine. Ridiculous. A person's life isn't something you could throw away to help spread your own lies. I have already told you the truth, Miss Crony. Please listen to the final word of advice. Only it takes the slightest bit of effort to fixate on something, but it always takes more brain power to avert your gaze from it. Enough. I won't listen to another you say, nor will I dwell on this. Your words, deeds, and all the facts concealed by the Institute will be reported on the next issue of the Steambird. Good day, gentlemen. Corny strides away from the Fontaine Research Institute. Thank goodness that's finally over with. Oh, and thank you too, NoukonNeko. I didn't do what you asked me to do. I thought you would. You thought I would throw a tantrum at you and scold you for not doing what I'd said. My dear NoukonNeko, since the very beginning, your job has only been to escort the researcher to the ruins for expedition. What I asked you to do was above and beyond the call of duty. It would have been great if you kept your silence, as you would have saved us a lot of trouble in the future, yes? But it's not necessarily bad that you told her the truth. I believe now that Miss Crony has gotten what she wants, and she will not bother us again for the time being. She would tell the public everything. At least she would do that. I hope the people in Fontaine will like the truth she publicized. But as for us, we still have much to be concerned about. For example, the whereabouts of Mr. Necker and the Arkham Kinetic Core. Haha. Shouldn't we first give you a few awards as well? Monsieur Chelsea, would you do the honors? Of course. That's right. I already prepared everything. There's a certificate trophy and other forms of remuneration too. But before that, let's take a group photo together. The one we took before we had a unseemly explosion in the background. The new photo must be distant enough to be worthy of your status as our honorary senior researcher. I guess in the end, they still need my help, even after I kind of didn't follow what they told me to do. Chelsea and Raimund just stand in the same position before an institute researcher takes a photo for everyone. Perfect. Look at us, a decent bunch of decent people. The auspicious awards ceremony has finally ended. Why? I don't know why it took so long just to take a picture with these guys. The scene just isn't as explosive enough.
Hey, stop it! No more exploding! Any more explosions of Paimon will have nightmares!
The certificate and trophy are for you. I'll post a copy of the cert on the Institute bulletin board later. So I hope our researchers will follow your example. On this path, we must strive to take the lead, overcome all obstacles, and put 110% of our... I actually have more questions for you. Of course, I know what you want to ask. Even though your questions are all extremely complicated, I don't want to answer them. In that case, I believe we will have more opportunities to work together in the future. Honorary Senior Researcher. And we finally finished the whole thing. This ends here. So this is the real good stopping point to be at. That was, I mean, it's a side quest for a reason, right? I feel like the main quest is what's really the good chunk of Genshin. This was an okay one. I think it was just to get you to go around and do the puzzles and stuff, right? And have something story about it, but it kind of ends on a cliffhanger. And I guess there'll be more to it in the future. Even though there's a couple other like side quests like this to do, I probably will continue doing those off stream. That way I can kind of speed through it more quicker and catch up a bit more. Trying to think today. What I'm gonna do in the next, the next time I stream. So tomorrow I might take a little break, to kind of take care of a couple of things. But Tuesday I should be able to start streaming again, and I most likely will be covering Honkai, on Tuesday. Yeah, the next time I stream, mainly because I did roll for Jinglu recently, but for me to kind of unlock her potential, she's kind of at a part where she's stuck right now. I need to progress further in Honkai's main story and unlock a world boss to kind of unlock some materials that I need for her, and I need that kind of pronto. And not only that, if I get far enough in the story, I need to also kind of do the next event that is going on right now. which would I heard give me a free copy of a character that I really need. So multiple reasons why I need to get started on Honkai and get things done. But after Honkai is done, I might go back to more Genshin or cover a couple other games I need to kind of finish. But we'll see when we get there. I'll just worry about Honkai first, then we'll figure out the way forward afterwards. But anyways, it's been a long night. It's overtime again. Overtime needs to kind of stop happening too much, but at least I got something completely done, which I thought would take a bit longer. It took a little bit longer, but not as long as I thought it would be overall to complete the whole thing. So, not too bad of a stream today.
Could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me.
But alright, it's time for me to get some sleep. So, for those that are still there, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. You guys have a good night. NoukonNeko signing out. Bye bye.